What's up, everyone? As a self made millionaire, what I wish I knew earlier about investing. So, there's generally two ways you can become a millionaire. You can either get your money by someone else, meaning you inherit it, lottery, a divorce, or you can make it on your own. Now,
People are like, oh, I need to be a business owner. No, you don't need to be a business owner to make money. You just need to make money. Becoming a business owner is high risk. You're the last one to get paid, brother. So how
the latter one is more challenging, but naturally, self made millionaires are actually more common than you think.
When I started off in 1980 studying this subject, there were about 5,000 self-made millionaires in America. Today there's more than 30,000. And the number is increasing about 1 every 8 minutes. And 87% of self-made millionaires are self-made, and they come from this type of business.
So, what did I find out about it? Now, long story short, I struggled to get here. It wasn't the easiest thing, and I had to find out the hard way. And the first thing I had to find out is work smarter and not just hard. Because at the end of the day, I was working really hard thinking that was going to make me a millionaire. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how hard you work if you do not know what you're doing financially.
Here's the thing. If you're watching this and you're trying to go from your zero to make your first real money to where you get financial freedom, okay, that's going to come from grinding and hard work. And essentially, but I don't want you to grind and work so hard that you sacrifice your 20s or your 30s or even your 40s in hopes of future wealth.
So you can see people out on the street, like construction worker working, they work extremely hard, but why aren't they millionaires? It's not because they don't make money, it's because they do not know how to save and invest. So I took pride in the hustle mentality. So I had so many side hustles. I was grinding late hours, weekends to get ahead. And that worked like magic in the beginning until it didn't because I got burnt out. At the end of the day, I finally figured out I could surround myself with key people that can help me grow my business and wealth explosively, leveraging my skills and stay in the lane focused on my unique abilities. So it's about having the right people around you that can help you invest your money and knowing that just because you make a lot of money does not mean you can become a millionaire. At the end of the day, it's about what you invest and what you can get back for it. And the second thing I wish I knew earlier was the power of compound interest. Now, some self made millionaires wish they know the profound effect of compound interest earlier in their saving journey. Like me, I thought as just make money, and make money, put it aside, and I could become a millionaire. At the end of the day, early you start, even the modest saving can grow explosively over time.
If you invest $500 in a decent growth stock mutual fund from age 30 to age 70, you'll have over $5 million.
And yes, you can become a millionaire by working 9 to 5 if you invest in your 401k properly and consistently. Earlier you are, better off you be. So, the value of time over money. And this is the thing, you can't get back time. So, do not value over money. At the end of the day,
I would say that not only do you want to stop being scared and do that thing that you don't know if you can do or not, but you know what you got to do is you got to start taking the steps now. Because when you're 18 years old, your life seems like it's going to last forever. And I will tell you right now, it's not going to last forever. And that time's gone. You cannot get it back. You cannot get time back.
who wouldn't want to get rich quick? Tempting as it is, hunt down big payday and easily gain, it is important to focus on long term money making endeavors. In other words, prioritizing time, a move that helps aspire millionaires make strategies focus on the future growth. And this is the thing. Yes, I value time and money, but at the end of the day, you need to think of long term. If you keep trying to get rich quick, you're going to fall into scams over scams over scam. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, 90% of the times, what I seen was those you can get a double return, triple return. 90% of the time, I seen them as a scam and a pyramid scheme. So don't fall for those. I fell for one or two and lost some money in it, and I tell you, it's one of my regrets about finance, but at least I learned from it. And hopefully you don't make the same. Emotional intelligence is as crucial as intellectual intelligence. And what do I mean by that? Being highly mentally intelligent is wonderful. And you need this because relationship, network, and understanding human behavior is crucial for financial success as raw as intellectual intelligence. You can be super smart, but if you're not emotionally intelligent, that means you start investing and you get emotionally affected by the stock. You're going to end up selling and making bad decisions. At the end of the day, you need to be emotional and
this is why so many people will always be stuck in life because they get upset about everything. Somebody's trying to give you some real life criticism or some real life gain. It's people who will say, oh, I'm looking for somebody with emotional intelligence who lack emotional intelligence. We got to do better with our level of emotional intelligence because that is another barrier that is keeping us from moving up the scale financially.
Technically, and you'll be fine. At the end of the day, you can't take it too emotional. It is a single thing. You have to think very logical. Emotionally, you need to understand investments about the long term. And even if a lot of things happen on your rental, at the end of the day, it'll work out because long term, it is a good investment. Maybe 1 year you're down 20,000. Hey, it happens. Don't get emotional. Don't freak out. Maybe your flip didn't work out exactly as you want. Don't get emotional. It'll work out. Just stick to the intellectual part of logically thinking how you did it, and don't let your emotional get too involved. Yes, you have to have emotional intelligence, knowing that right now I'm being irrational. Calm down, and let's see what the numbers tell me. Now, the other thing I really wish I knew earlier was diversification isn't just a buzzword. Yes, saving investment won't cut it on your career path or your path of become a self-made millionaire. You cannot save fast enough if you have a normal income to become a millionaire. That's just all I can say about it. You have to diversify. Yes, you can put some in your savings. Yes, you can buy some bonds, but you also need to diversify into stocks and not just save. Now, I'll take it a step even further. If you are going to diversify, make sure you pick in different sectors whenever you buy these stocks, mutual funds, or indexes. And the same thing as when you do rental property. You can have all in long-term rentals, but let's try to mix it up with long-term rentals and try to throw in a commercial if you have enough money. Your goal is to diversify your portfolio so you can weigh out any dips that you hit and capitalize on the gain for them. Now, next thing I really wish I knew was continuously learning and adapting. As rapid advent of AI has shown us, you need to be able to adapt. What happened 20, 30 years ago might not be the same as now, so be adaptive, be ready to invest in things that are not the norm. So maybe Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is going to be a thing. That's why I say diversify. If you're going to invest, throw a little bit of money in it. I'm not saying a whole lot, but learn to diversify and adapt to the situation. Because everyday investment is changing. Every day, real estate market is changing. So you need to learn to adapt to the situation, especially with AI out. You want to adapt and learn. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, understand failures as feedback. Yes, not all your investments can work out. Yes, you need to understand that failure is easy to do, but hard to take stride from. You need to take every failure you have. I had a lot of failure. and you may have some too. And don't let that get to you. At the end of the day, failure is just another bump in the road, and just keep going forward. Yes, I had to shut down a business and it cost me tons of money, but at the end of the day, I didn't let it get to me. So you need to continue forward. Just because you hit a few bumps in the road doesn't mean it's going to stop your investment career or you become a millionaire. Now, and the last thing I learned was the importance of self-care. And this is the thing. You can't get your health back. And I learned this the hard way. I worked myself to the bones and was sick and tired all the time. And I luckily stopped early enough so I can regain my health. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're working 23 hours if your health tanks and you can't enjoy your money. So it's important to take care of yourself. So make sure wealth isn't just about your bank balance. It's also about your overall well-being. So make sure you understand you can strive to be a millionaire, multi-millionaire, billionaire, but if you are sick all the time and can't travel, you're hurt, and you can't enjoy your life, what's the point of making all that money? So at the end of the day, those is what I learned when I wish I learned earlier as a millionaire. Now, so that's what I've learned as a self-made millionaire and wish I knew earlier in my life. Now, like and subscribe to my video, comment down below what you think, and that's all I got for you.